Over the years, I've been in the what-if discussion. What if you only had one tool to take to the woods? In my humble opinion, that one tool would be an axe. I can use it for chopping, I can use it for splitting, I can use it for fine work, I can use it to make fires, I can use it to strike a fire steel, I can use it to skin if I have to, I can use it to construct shelters, an all-around great piece of kit to take with you into the woods. I know I've done videos on how versatile the Trailhawk is and everything like that, and I love my Trailhawk. I have a lot of fun with it, but that doesn't change the fact that it's not an axe. It's a lot smaller and a lot lighter, and I can definitely process wood a lot faster with this. For some of you, you may not have a lot of experience with an axe, and swinging it around can be a little intimidating, but you don't have to start by swinging it and felling big trees and stuff like that. You can practice doing smaller work with it. One of the exercises you can do is the 6-stroke tent stake or tent peg. We're going to do one stroke there, one stroke there, and that's going to be the point that goes in the ground. I'm going to put a notch right around in here, so that'll be 3-4 strokes, and then we're going to bevel the edge, which will be 5-6. This is good practice. Be safe when you're doing it. Just remember to have something solid to cut on. Don't beat yourself up. Use good wood to start with. This is a piece of cherry. It's not very hard, pretty easy to work with, so it's going to work pretty well for us. The closer you hold your axe to the head, the more control you're going to have, but less leverage. The farther you hold it away, the less control, but more leverage. So when you're working on something like this, there's a happy medium. You want a little bit of power because you want to be able to get through this in one stroke, right? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spin that around so I'm not cutting towards myself. 4. There's my notch. And then 5, 6. Alright. So what I've done is made a tent stake. This part goes in the ground, this part's beveled so it doesn't split out as easy. You can see how you pound on that, how it's beveled and it just curls over and doesn't split. And then my actual line is going to go in that notch right there. Now I did take an extra like that, but it didn't go all the way through, so that's just the way it goes. But anyway, that is a good way to practice with your axe. I'm also going to grab a piece of wood here and do some feather sticks or shavings and show you how to do that, and that's another great practice with your axe. Alright, another way to practice with your axe is by making shavings with it. Now, don't beat yourself up right away and go out and get a real nasty piece of wood and try it. Try something that's pretty straight grained. Works pretty easy, right? We want to hold our head, our axe, right close to the head. Put it down at an angle just like we're making regular shavings or feather sticks. This isn't easy. Got to keep the head at a constant angle. And you can put your finger on here if you want a little bit more control. This is also a method of taking material off. Right? Do that. Try and round it out if we want to make like a bow spindle. Or if we need to round out something for a peg. Alright, so there's a couple things you can do to practice with your axe. Now, it takes a sharp axe to do it, but with a little practice you can start getting some pretty decent piles of shavings and get a little control over your axe.